What's happening, guys? Welcome back to another reaction. We're checking out WOODZ, which is a name that has been mentioned more than a couple of times in the comment section. So I'm very excited to get into this one. We're checking out the music video for Abyss. So without further ado, let's get into it. A very personal story. Damn.
당신의 그 마음이라면 나는 그걸로 충분해요. 그대가 날 잘 몰라도 괜찮아요. 난 당신에게 이해를 바라지 않아요. 아직 난 바깥이 무서워 그냥 둬요. 나를 위해 쓰지 말아요. 가만히 그대로 있어요. 그대가 날 이해하는 것보다 내가 날 포기하는 게 빨라요.
You fancy.
그대가 날 잘 몰라도 괜찮아요. 난 당신에게 이해를 바라지 않아요. 아직 난 바깥이 무서워 그냥 둬요.
Damn. This part is beautiful.
혹시 그대 언젠가 내가 싫어진다면 그대로 떠나가요. 이런 내 변동마저도 사랑할 수 있나요? 사실 나는 좀 두려워요. 이런 모습을 싫어할까봐. 나는 있잖아요. 그 무엇보다 나를 덜 사랑하나 봐요.
I must love myself less. Holy shit. Oh my god, this is beautiful. The cinematography. And the mansion almost like reminds me of like a museum in Berlin. I forgot the name of it. Oh, Jesus. The vocals along with like there's something peaceful and yet unsettling about that chorus and that instrumental. There's something really, really nerve-wracking about it. Even I don't know how to explain it. The song almost makes me feel peaceful and unease at the same time, if that makes any sense. Like this mansion is almost like a representation of Woods's mind, let's say, and somewhere down there in the basement is a version of him that he almost like doesn't let others see, that he keeps locked up, not because he wants to lock it up, but because he's potentially afraid of what will happen if people see, or maybe it's like a representation of not wanting people to see that side of him because he wants to keep some level of himself hidden. It's, this is really really interesting because like we see all of these different people come in to his office and whatnot, different ages, different nationalities, different everything, and they all start dancing and they are all expressing themselves. The kid is pulling out like that crystal ball from within himself, almost as if, which is interesting. Like the all of these different people dancing is almost like a representation of the way WOODZ, or I guess in this case WOODZ, but also like in general, if we take it as far as like you can be a fan of, you know, Blackpink or 17 or Stray Kids, Dreamcatcher. You can be 15 years old. You can also be 60. You can be 80 years old. There's no age uh, equivalent to being a fan of a K-pop group, of an idol. I feel like what this is trying to represent is almost like a fan is a fan, and music will make you feel a certain way regardless of how old you are. He literally says that it's faster for me to give up on myself than for you to understand me. And if you don't truly know me, that's okay. I don't expect you to understand me. I'm still afraid of what's out there. Leave me alone. This is really, really interesting as far as like, I'm trying to figure out. The lyrics also say, don't try too hard for me, just stay as you are. Does it feel good to just look at me? Don't try to know me in every way. Okay, is this like Loki super dark as far as like fans becoming more than just fans, but becoming incredibly obsessed? Like, does it feel good to look at me? Like, almost feeling like you're an animal at a zoo, basically. And oh my god, I saw this idol. You know, I love him so much. I'm going to mob him, be part of like the this group of 1,000 people that mob you in the fucking airport, and make you feel suffocated to almost death. But I'm such a big fan that I can't even keep my boundaries. Because if I'm going to sneak up on you at an airport when you are supposed to feel kind of safe and just went through a flight and whatnot, and you feel incredibly tired, I'm supposed to think about you, right? But I love you so much that you will truly notice me and will appreciate me suffocating you with me being such a big fan of you. You know, like there's a level of being a fan to then being so obsessed to the point where you don't really see that your love for this person is killing them, to the point where they have to keep something in that basement, basically. So even though my music will make you feel a certain way, and I will smile at you as if I'm happy just because it makes you happy, it doesn't mean that you know me. You may know something about me from what you read online, but you don't really know the real me that I keep locked up in that basement. I almost like, by becoming an idol, by becoming popular and famous, I become a prisoner of my own mind in a way. And there's something super sad even about the ending, as far as like him saying, I must love myself less. It's almost like the mansion is like a representation of how big I am to that person, almost as if. rather than actually living in that big mansion. It's like the mansion is like the equivalent of how I see this idol, or it's almost like the equivalent of like he lives in it's almost like he's in this giant ass mansion, but he's truly alone. It's almost like you have everything in your life where it appears as if you have everything in your life going for you. It seems like you're rich and you seem to be on top of the world. You have a big house, but at the end of the day, when you go to bed by yourself with dark thoughts and thinking of dark shit. This is really, 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 really interesting. I'm honestly not sure if that's the meaning, to be brutally honest. But some of these lyrics are almost like it almost feels like I'm having if I'm like this famous person, it's almost like I'm having like a sit down conversation and trying to be logical with this person that says that they're my fan. And I'm trying to explain to them that, hey, I'm not all that you think that I am because you don't really know who I really am. The different people perhaps represent different fans. The different people perhaps also represent like that thing that he delivers to them. It's like the equivalent of the music, which is like an equivalent of a piece of him, potentially. I'm not sure. It feels like the message is almost like dark and positive at the same time, much like the chorus almost feels peaceful but unsettling at the same time. It's really, really hard to kind of like put my finger on it. All of the people dancing, it almost like represents the way the music kind of makes you feel. And them holding that package and whatnot, and the kid giving out a piece of himself almost as if that crystal ball is also really, really interesting. I mean, feel free to let me know some details about this music video if there's like a proper backstory that WOODZ himself explains in this in an interview or something, because I'm probably gonna look it up anyway. But yeah, this is truly incredible. And plus the video was shot so beautifully. It feels incredibly cinematic, but like the actual there's almost like this double edge of a story with this video. Like it feels visually, parts of it feel almost like wholesome as far as like the interaction, but also like the happier the fan feels and the more whole he kind of feels, the more empty you feel. If that makes any sense. Because you're not actually showing the real you. Because you're afraid of showing it. Or you just want to have a piece of yourself to yourself. So you keep it locked. And then when everyone goes away, that's when you can release that person, the other personality of you from that basement. I'm not really sure. So let me know in the comment section. Maybe the people like represent darkness in all of us and something within us that we don't want to share with everyone else. That could be also a nice little something, but there's all kinds of personalities appearing in the music video, from the age difference to almost like a person with like this fur jacket and whatnot, to represent like different wealth, different age, different nationalities, different everything. The fact that I can wrap my mind around this concept is quite something. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, make sure to let me know in the comment section. Plus, let me know about any details about the actual music video. And I will catch you all in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, guys. See ya.